Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about a design concept that focuses on maximum impact with minimal product. This is using less insertions, which saves time on labor. It's using less product, which saves time on cost of good, but it achieves maximum perception and value for our consumer. I call these space hogs, and I know that's not a very attractive name, but a space hog basically what it is it takes up a lot of space in the design. And here I have foam that covers the whole base of the container that I have. And what the product does, those hogs just kind of take over that whole space, leaving the outside edge available for me to design in. A good example of that is hydrangea. Here I have a container from Accent Decor, and I have beautiful hydrangea. And what I've done, a lot of people don't like to put hydrangea right directly into foam, but I'm able to do that just by taking an apple core, and what I've done is I've removed the foam out of the center of my container so that my stem for my hydrangea will go all the way to the bottom, and then I'm not impeding the vascular system of the hydrangea with particles from the floral foam that I'm using. I also like to use a product called alum, and I'll just dip my hydrangea stem into alum and put it directly into the center so that it reaches the water, and then it gives me that maximum space that it's taking up, and then I just insert all the way around with my products. Now you could do a vertical design, or you could even do a horizontal design depending upon the line movement that you wanted to create. But talking about some other products that you could use, there are, oh my gosh, there's all kinds of things. Just your mind just can be blown away with all the things that you could use. There's rocks that you could use. There's wood slices. These are Accent Decor wood slices that I could just layer right into that very center, and they're just able to pile that up so that I have just that space around. It could be even moss that you could use. Here's some Accent Decor reindeer moss that you could just place right into that very center, very inexpensive to use, and then just all the way around. Even seashells, which gives us a tremendous amount of texture. It just creates depth in the design. It also gives you a strong focal area, and it creates interest that's all the way down into that very center. It could be as simple even using solales, where you just use solales that you can just pin right down into the very center, or a nice broad leaf that covers up that area, and then you just insert around that. One of the items that I wanted to show you, which I just really think is fun, is taking and using or repurposing. This happens to be just a plastic lid, and I've cut it down to the size that I wanted, and then covered it with birdseed. And this is just simple, just birdseed that you can just buy in the store. So using birdseed and white glue, you cover this with, and here I've just used white glue and a paintbrush, covered it up, covered it with birdseed, and let it dry for about 24 hours. Another one that I've done is just taking the lid and just color enhance it with black and use sunflower seeds. And then that goes down into the center of the container so that it takes up a lot of space. And then I just design around that, which is very, very simple. It takes up a lot of space, yet it gives me that maximum ability then to create the perceived value in my design. I wanted to show you how it looks in a completed design. So here I have taking my sunflower or my birdseed and just placing it right down into the very center of my design. As you can see, it's just tucked right down the middle. I have flowers going around that outside edge. So the flowers really hold it in place. I'm able to do insertions. Here I have some additional products that I wanted to add. I have some tulips that I can add in here to create some height, so I can create a vertical design. Again, just inserting those into the foam, giving them the ability to grow out of the design, because tulips are tropical, they're going to do what they want. Again, if I put it on one side, I like to put it on the other side so that I'm able then to have all of my balances in place. A couple tulips, a little bit of foliage. I don't have to add a lot then. I've got most of my base covered. And then just bring up some height. Then a little bit of foliages added in, however you wanted to add that in. And one last stem of eucalyptus that I can add to this. Again, just creating a fun design. And if you look down into that very center, let me turn it so you can see, down into that very center, you see the sunflower seeds and that bird seed all tucked in together just to create a fun design for spring.